So I've given the instructions at the top. Instructions पहले पढ़ो क्या है. Among the 5 given figures, 4 figures follow the same pattern. One is different from these. So this is not a series. This is odd man out. Find the odd one. Okay, so this is not a series question. Yes, quick. 3, 3, 3, 3. Why 3, 3, 3, 3? Why 3? Everybody saying 3. 5. कुछ कोई तो अलग मिला. Manisha. Directions. Okay, directions. ठीक है. Kukuli saying directions. Others? Why 3? 3 के लिए लॉजिक क्या है? 5. Number of lines. Fine. Okay. So यहाँ पे दो लॉजिक है. एक, can you see, one is a direction. Direction means what? Can you see how you're going? Suppose from the outer end, if you're going inside, look at here. From this outer end, if I go inside like this, in which direction I'm moving? I am moving like this. Now I'm moving like this. ये direction कौन सा हो गया? I'm moving clockwise. From the outer point, if you're going towards the inner point, you're moving clockwise. Can you see here? I'm moving clockwise. Here, figure number 4 also look at, I'm moving clockwise. I'm moving clockwise inside. Last figure also look at, I'm moving clockwise. But in the figure number 3, from the outer and if you go inside, I'm moving anti-clockwise. उल्टा जा रहा हूँ, ऐसे जा रहा हूँ. I'm moving anti-clockwise. Is that okay? ठीक है? No issues? Okay. Another is, you count the number of lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. Figure number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines are there. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines are there. So that way also I can say answer is the third option. So one is a direction, that from the outer point, if you go towards the inner point, you are moving clockwise. That's a structural logic. Or you count the number of lines, you realize, okay, third figure there are only 7 lines are there. Okay, rest all the figures are having the 8 lines. Is that okay, everyone? गड़बड़ नहीं इसमें? चलो आगे बस बढ़ते. Okay, let's go ahead. I'll look at this question now. Again, odd man out. Which is the odd man out? See, as I'm discussing the basics, odd man out is slightly easier question. That's why I'm more and more odd man out question. I could have discussed series question, but series question takes more time of discussion. Is that okay? Who is the odd man out? Fifth. Tanish, Shraddha, fifth. Shravani, fifth. Fifth. Manisha is also saying fifth. Keith saying fifth. Simple logic. Look at every figure. Look at the first figure. Triangle inside, triangle outside. Second figure, square inside, square outside. Third figures, hexagon inside, hexagon outside. Fourth figure, pentagon inside, pentagon outside. Fifth figure, square inside, square outside. The only noticeable part is what? What you're joining corner to corner. The lines, what you see in between are corner to corner. So look at corner to corner you're joining. Okay. But if you look at the last figure, can you see here? You're joining side to side. Those lines are joining sides. So the lines are acting connector between sides. In other figure, they are connector between the corners. So what is your odd man out? Your odd man out is the fifth figure. You're getting this part? Very clear, simple question. Okay, so this is structural logic. How is the structure of the figure? Okay, let's see. Go ahead. Next is the symmetry logic. Now, as I have disclosed the logic, then probably cracking the question will be easier for you. But when the question come without mentioning the logic, then sometimes symmetry logic are difficult questions to crack. Okay. I have given you 7 letters. I want to see which is the odd man out. I've given you 7 letters, which is the odd man out, which is not fitting in the group. Odd man out. 7 letters, which is the odd man out. R, R, C, R, R, R. Okay? Yes. So look at the correct logic is like this. Look at a figure A. Figure A is symmetric like this. Figure B is horizontally symmetric. E is symmetric. D is symmetric. So your dotted red lines are basically axis of symmetry. C is a symmetric figure. H is also a symmetric figure. R is not a symmetric figure. So here your odd man out, which is not fitting in the group, is R. The others are symmetric figure. Okay. Now, first of all, understand what is a symmetry. Symmetry means what? Symmetry is always followed by the axis of symmetry. For example, this A is, if I draw this dotted line, okay, so this is the dotted line as the axis of symmetry. So it's a symmetric. Whatever part is on left side, the similar part is on the right side. Whatever part is on the left side, the similar part is on your right side. Is that okay? No issues? Fine. Next, shall I go ahead? Now change. I remove R. I remove R, which is the odd man out now. I have removed R. So R was not symmetric. I have removed R. Now which is odd man out? अभी तो सारे सिमेट्रिक है. A, A, A क्या रे बाबा, A ने क्या कि वोवल इसलिए E भी वोवल है बाय द वे. C, C, okay. देखो अभी एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन, छोटा सा चेंज किया. लुक एट चेंज इन द ऑप्शंस पार्ट. Okay, everybody is answering different answers. A, C, A और C में ही चॉइस है. चेक करते हैं. Look at here. Can I say A is symmetric, B is symmetric, E is symmetric, D is symmetric, C is symmetric? Okay. Can I say H is symmetric in 2 ways? Right? So H is symmetric vertically also, H is symmetric horizontally also. So A, B, E, D, C, these first 5 options have only one axis of symmetry. A, B, E, D, C have only one axis of symmetry. Okay. H has 2 axes of symmetry. So your odd man out is going to be the H. So here I'm looking for the first case it was symmetric versus asymmetric. Here I'm looking for the number of axes of symmetry. Okay, somebody would have said, sir, A has a vertical symmetry, baki sabka horizontal symmetry hai. Okay, but H also has a vertical symmetry. Agreeing my point? H also has a vertical symmetry. So that won't be a stronger logic. Somebody saying, yeah, A ka vertical symmetry hai, baki sabka horizontal hai, but H also has a vertical symmetry. So stronger logic will be H is odd man out because H has 2 axes of symmetry. Others are having just 1 axis of symmetry. Is that okay? Fine. Let me go ahead now. If I remove H also, now which is the odd man out? अभी आना चाहिए. Now you should be able to get the answer. If I remove H also, which is odd man out? Now it's A. Why? Because A is having the vertical axis of symmetry, others having the horizontally symmetric. So every other figure is having the horizontal axis of symmetry. A has a vertical axis of symmetry. So we can say vertical versus horizontal also. Okay, fine. Next. So in symmetry logic, what we can see? We can talk about symmetrical versus asymmetrical objects, number of axes of symmetry, and horizontal versus vertical symmetry. These are the parameters you can look for when you're talking about a symmetry part. Is that okay? Fine. Now let me go ahead. Now this is a question what we discuss. When we discuss the types of question. This was a similar pair question. We didn't discuss that question. I told you we'll discuss that later. Can you see that now? So which is A and O has some logic. Can you get the same logic? Which pair having the same logic? Yes. 3. 3. Why 3? Why 3? Okay. 5. Okay. 4. 2. Check it. Now, can I put it this way? If you look at the look at A has a vertical symmetry. O has a vertical as well as horizontal symmetry. A has a vertical symmetry. O has a vertical as well as horizontal symmetry. Option 1, U is vertically symmetric, but L is asymmetric. It is not symmetric. V is vertical symmetry. J is not symmetric. T is vertically symmetric. S is not symmetric. M is vertically symmetric. H has a vertical symmetry also, horizontal symmetry also. And option 5, D is horizontally symmetric and X is vertical as well as horizontal. So your problem figure has vertical, first part has vertical symmetry, second part has vertical as well as horizontal symmetry. So that way your correct answer will be option 4. So that way your correct answer will be option 4. Is that okay? Fine. So again, this is a symmetry logic I'm saying. Now, while observing these letters, I just observe that letter S. Is S a symmetric letter? Is S a symmetric letter? Mirror image? Can we say logic of being into a mirror image? I didn't understand Radhika your logic. Mirror image कहाँ पे यहाँ पे? Can we also have this logic of being into a mirror image? नहीं, I didn't understand Radhika. Where did you see a mirror image? हाँ, S सिमेट्रिक है कि नहीं है? S is symmetric or asymmetric? Yes. No. 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 Not symmetric. ठीक है. अब मैं क्या बोलूँ ध्यान से सुनो. If you look at letter S, if you look at A or A can be the same if they are okay. The mirror image is same. Okay, not so strong. ठीक है, your logic is correct. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, but not so strong logic. Okay, ठीक है. Yeah, मैं क्या बोल रहा था? S is, if you look at, does S has a vertical symmetry? No. Does S has a horizontal symmetry? No. So if you just consider vertical and horizontal symmetry, S is not a symmetric letter. Okay. However, I'm just showing what's the meaning of symmetry. So I again go back to that example of A. Why A is symmetric letter? Because first of all, in symmetry, there is an axis of symmetry. Am I right? Or let's say instead of A, I take the letter U. Why U is a symmetric letter? So first of all, you have to understand there is an axis of symmetry. Someone mic is on. Can you? Okay. So this is the axis of symmetry. Okay. Dhruvi, your mic is on. Dhruvi, can you just switch off your mic? Just a minute. Yeah, fine. So axis of symmetry से होता क्या है? You take any point on the axis of symmetry. Look at, I take one point on axis of symmetry. Okay. So from that point, if I let's say, or let's say put it this way. So from this, if I draw a straight line like this, perpendicular to that axis, I draw a line from that point perpendicular to the axis. Then I get 2 points on that figure which are equidistant from the axis. Okay, from that you take a point on the axis, you draw a perpendicular line to that axis. I get 2 points on that figure which are equidistant from the lines. That's what is a symmetric. So left में if this distance is x, right का distance also x. So axis से equidistance perpendicular में equidistance point will be symmetric. Right? So that way if I look at S, S is not a symmetric letter. However, I can say, just can you imagine an axis like this? It will be it will be very difficult for me to explain this way online. But can you visualize? Let's say this is the point through which I'm going to draw the axis. But how is the axis? Axis is perpendicular to the plane. Axis is perpendicular to the plane means what? You draw letter S on the paper और जो मैं point दिखा रहा है ना, उस point से you insert one what I'm saying thin stick. वो पेपर के अंदर होल कर दो और होल के ऊपर एक पोल खड़ा कर देना. एस पे पेपर ड्रॉ करो, लेटर एस ड्रॉ करो, पेपर में जो पॉइंट दिख रहा है उस पॉइंट पे एक पोल खड़ा कर दे दो. सो अ लाइन पासिंग थ्रू दिस पॉइंट विच आई हैव शोन एंड परपेंडिकुलर टू द प्लेन इट्स द एक्सिस. तो फिर ये सिमेट्री कैसे हुआ? क्योंकि नाउ लुक एट इफ आई ड्रॉ दिस लाइन विल बी परपेंडिकुलर टू योर एक्सिस, बिकॉज़ एक्सिस इज अ पोल परपेंडिकुलर टू योर प्लेन ऑफ द पेपर. तो ये दोनों पार्ट्स इक्वल हो जाएंगे, ये दोनों पार्ट इक्वल हो जाएंगे. सो दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड एज द रेडियल सिमेट्री. दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड एज अ radial symmetry. So later S has a radial symmetry, later N has a radial symmetry, later Z also has a radial symmetry. So S, N and Z have a radial symmetry. ठीक है. तो सीईटी लेवल पे आई डोंट थिंक इतना जरूरत है हमें, बट इन केस किसी ने प्रिकॉशन सेट किया कंसिडरिंग अ रेडियल सिमेट्री, you should know. Is that part is clear? So here the axis is not vertical or horizontal, here axis is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. तो तुम एस पेपर पे एस ड्रॉ करो, वो पॉइंट दिखा रहा है उसमें से यू इंसर्ट अ स्टिक, अ थिन स्टिक perpendicular to the paper, that will become the axis, and what a dotted line I have drawn, that is a perpendicular to the axis, and those points are equidistant. Getting the idea? So later S has a radial symmetry in that way. Is that part is clear? Fine. So S, N and Z have radial symmetry. Okay. So I'll take it as a asymmetric figure if you're considering only vertical and horizontal symmetry. But in case you're not able to solve the question with that, then you think about a radial symmetry. Otherwise, radial symmetry not required for CD part. Is that okay? No issues? Fine. Let me move ahead now. Difficult. I haven't seen any questions in CD based on radial symmetry. तो मैं जो बता रहा हूँ वो क्या है, आज तक मैंने रेडियल सिमेट्री पे क्वेश्चन सीडी में नहीं देखा है. बट इन केस somebody is planning to set that way, I'm just giving that additional information to you. Okay, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now look at image formation. We have seen that ना, mirror image, water image. थोड़ा सा उसको डिटेल में स्टडी करते हैं. Let's study that in detail. Look at this is a letter R. Okay, now I want to take an image of this, mirror image of this. So where should I place my mirror? लेफ्ट में कि राइट में? मिरर इमेज के लिए मिरर कहाँ पे प्लेस करना चाहिए? यस, जस्ट अ मिनट. mirror image के लिए where should I place my mirror? एक मिनट. हाँ बोलो. Just a minute. हाँ. Any side, yes. You can place it anywhere. The mirror image can be formed. Fine. So mirror could be placed at any side. So can you look at here? If I place the mirror on left and right side, how the image will look like? Can you visualize that? Now, it will be difficult for me to explain you. Can you imagine the image of it? R. If you take an image on right side, if you take a right side as mirror, then this is how the R will look like. If you take the image on the left side, okay, if you take the image on the left side, this is how it will look like. Is that okay? Now forget about that later R. Can you focus on the image part? Can you focus on the image part? Image is the same. Can you focus on the image part? Image is the same. So whether you take the image on left side, whether you take the image on the right side, the image is going to be the same. So that part is very, very clear. Fine. So these are called as your mirror image. Okay. So whether you take on left or right, it's a mirror image. Same way, if I take the image upside down. So if you take the image on the upside or downside like this and upside like this, forget about later R. Look at the image. Can you look at the image? It's the same thing. So these are called as water images. Is that part is clear? So you take the image on left, right, you flip on left or right side, that is called as a mirror image. If you flip upside or you flip downside, that is called as a water image. Is that part is clear? Fine. Now, I just give you one relation, you understand that. Mirror image plus water image, that is as good as 180-degree rotation. Mirror image plus water image, that is as good as a 180-degree rotation. So for example, let me show you the letter R only. This is your letter R. Its mirror image is like this. Okay, so the letter R, the mirror image is like this. And for that mirror image, if you take a water image of that, it will look like this. Now same figure I could have got by rotating by 180-degree. So you first rotate by 90-degree clockwise. I'm rotating, let's say. It will look something like this. If you again rotate by 90-degree clockwise, it will look like this. Fine. Now, can you see these two figures are same figures? Is that okay? These two figures are same figures. Is that okay? Fine. So mirror image plus water image is as good as 180-degree rotation. Now, why I'm giving you that? Because here R is, I particularly chosen later R. Why? Because R is not a symmetric figure. But for a symmetric figure, that sometimes it can make me confusion. Okay, I just go to the next page. You want to take a screenshot of this, please do take it. I'm going to the next previous slide. I just want one page. I just show you like this. Look at, suppose if this is letter A, okay, I put it this way. What logic you applied? We have solved this question. What logic you applied? You applied this as water image. Okay, but मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? I can apply the logic this as water plus mirror also, right? Because A is a symmetric figure. So you take a water image of A and then you take a mirror image, it will still look like a second figure. Or you can say this is 180-degree rotation. So for a symmetric figure, when it is a pure mirror image or pure water image, you also keep in mind, as it is a symmetric, as it is vertically symmetric, its mirror image is that figure only. So you can say it's a purely water image, or it's going to be mirror plus water, or you can say it's a 180-degree rotation also. Is that logic is clear? मैं क्या बात कर रहा हूँ? Fine. So be careful there. Okay. So symmetric figure, when there is an image formation, you keep in mind that could be only that mirror or water, or that could be a 180-degree rotation also. Fine. Let me go ahead. So let's look at this some examples, very basic examples I've taken. Can you find out which is what? Question क्या दिया है? Out of the 5 pairs, figure only one pair has a similar relationship. So you have to find problem figure. You want to find which is a similar relationship. So can you find? I'm looking for the mirror image. Right? So if you look at a problem figure, can I say first part to second part? It's a mirror image. First part to second part, it's a mirror image. So look at answer figure 1. Is 1 a mirror image? No, look at a J wala portion. I'm just highlighting. This portion is not a mirror image of each other. Second figure, is it a mirror image? Can you see this arrow portion? They are not mirror image. Because arrow अगर ऐसे है, after taking a mirror image, it should go on the other side. Third figure, yes, third figure looks a proper mirror image. Fourth figure, look at this rounded shape. That is down. Here, rounded shape is up. So that's not a mirror image. Fifth, look at this is up. This portion is down. That's not a mirror image. So only the third option is a proper mirror image of each other. Is that okay? So this is how you'll get the questions. So question may not be A ka mirror image or B ka mirror image. You'll get some random kind of figures and you'll find. And this is a very famous logic in CET. Every year you'll find a question based on this logic. Next, can you try this question? Chalo fast, thoda. Can you try this question? Now, can you see, observe properly? First to second figure, it's simply a water image. So option 1 is mirror image. Option 2 water image है क्या proper? Option 2, is it a water image? नहीं, क्यों? Because look at this semicircle is pointing outward. Your semicircle is pointing inward. So after taking water image, it will still remain outward. E is a mirror image. Okay. Fourth, is it a water image? Is fourth a water image? Yes. Look at here. Look at this portion. This portion after taking an image should have become like this. So it remains the same. So fourth is also not a water image. Right? And fifth is a proper water image. Yes, B, you take a water image, it will look like this. So answer to this question is fifth option. Is that okay? Fine. Clear है सबको? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's go ahead. Okay, now let's come back to the important part of CET. That is series question. You find a lot of series questions. Okay, so I have seen a question papers in CET where out of 25 questions, 15 questions are asked only on series part. Okay, so series is very, very important. So just understand the basics of the series part. In series, okay, they give you one figure. I call it that as a frame. We call this as a frame. Now, in that frame, these are the 9 elements I've shown you. Look at here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so these are the 9 elements I can say. So for our convenience, we can say top row, middle row, bottom row, left column, right column, middle column. Now these all things are for our communication. Okay, in exam when I'm solving this question, I will not worry about a top row or middle column, something like that. Fine. So look at, forget about the elements. What you're supposed to see is, can you see these 9 positions? These are the 9 positions where the elements are placed. They're the 9 positions where the elements are placed. Okay, so I say this is, if I number them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, these numbering is for our communication, or this numbering is to understand the solution given of any particular question. You should be able to understand the solution. That's why the numbering is given. So if you number them, it will look something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the way numbering can be done. So in series question, there are majorly 4 aspects: shift, rotation, change in number of element, substitution. Out of which rotation we already seen. We'll see the other aspects. What is shift part? Just understand. Shift means what? Your elements are shifting from one position to the another position. So I just give you a simple example. Okay. So the example is this. Okay. So here, can you observe the movement? Now look at, in exam, it is very important that I should be able to solve the question without drawing the things. So here, for your understanding, I say, can I say here, these are the positions where I can see the elements are placed. What is the cross, 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 cross part I have mentioned? These are the positions where I can see the elements are placed. So look at the movement, shifting. Look at here, shifting. Suppose I'm looking for the shifting of star. Where the stars are placed? Look at, first figure star is over here. Second figure star is over here. Third figure the star is over here. Next figure your star is at this corner. So can you understand? First figure star is at this place. Second figure the star is at this place. Can I say star is moving one position clockwise? Can you understand here? Look at, star is here, star is going here. So it's just moving one position clockwise. Okay. In the second figure, star is here. Third figure, the star is over here. Can I say clock is, that star is moving 2 places clockwise? 1, 2. Next figure, the star is over here. Can I say that star is moving 3 places clockwise? 1, 2, 3. And can you see next figure? 1, 2, 3, 4. Star is at this corner, perfectly matching. Okay, so you can observe, can a star is being 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. Now forget about this figure. Can you come to the main figure and observe? Look at here. I just circle it. Look at, star is just moving one position. Here 1, 2. Star is moving 2 positions. 1, 2, 3. Star is moving 3 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Star is moving 4 positions. If you want a next figure, then star should move 5 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in case I want the next figure, in that figure, star is at this place. So can you visualize that part? ये क्लियर है? So ये एग्जाम में ड्रॉ नहीं करना है, you have to visualize कि स्टार कैसे मूव कर रहा है. 1 position, 1, 2 position, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये ठीक है सबको? Are you getting this? Okay. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, please do take it. I will just erase this portion. Now, can you see the movements of other elements also? Same pattern they follow. Can you observe the movements of at the rate now? Can you observe the movement of at the rate? Quick. At the rate we same pattern follow कर रहा है. Can you check? See, some of you might be seeing these four elements just rotated by 45 degree. You can look that figure that way, but here I'm planning to introduce a shift part. That's why I'm element wise I'm focusing rather than the whole figure. Okay. So can you see the at the rate? Look at the rate is just moving one position here. Next figure में one, two positions it moving. Next figure one, two, three. Next figure में one, two, three, four. Are you getting? So this is the movement. Okay. Okay. So there are positions are blank. You have to visualize those positions. Same way hash is moving, same way arrow is moving. Can you visualize that? Hash देखो. Hash goes one position clockwise, then one, two positions clockwise, then one, two, three positions clockwise, one, two, three, four positions clockwise. If you want a next figure, then you should tell them to move five positions clockwise. Is that okay? Fine. Let's go ahead. Now, what we saw just now was a very planned movement, right? It's shifting one position, two position, three position, four position, and so on. Now there is a random movement also. This is an example of random movement. So what we are looking for? You're looking for the next figure in the series. Now here it is random movement. Just understand here. These are the positions again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, as I said, this numbering is just for the communication between you and me. So in exam, I will not think about the numbers. In exam, I'll think like this. Okay, triangle goes here. So element at this corner goes to this position. Okay. So for our communication, I'll say 1 goes to 4. Element at position number 1 goes to 4. Does it happen every year? Everywhere, look at here. 1 goes to 4. 1 goes to 4. 1 goes to 4. So here also, if 1 goes to here, 1 goes to 4, then your plus sign should be here, 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 here. All the figures have that part. Is that part is clear? So from the options, I'm not getting anything right now. So 1 goes to that position, right? Where position number 2 goes, look at square, where it shifted, look at square goes over here. So the second goes to 8 position. 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 So that way triangle will go to 8 position. 8 position triangle. First option, second option, third option, fourth option. Fifth option is a dark triangle, not possible. So option 5 is gone. So that is how I'll eliminate the options. I'll not form the 6 figure and then I'll check which is from the options. Is that okay? Next, try erase this. So I put it this way. 1 goes to what? 4. 2 goes to 8. Right? Where third element goes? Where third element goes, look at this plus goes over here. Triangle goes over here. Triangle goes over here. This. So that way, square should be at this corner. So first option eliminated. Fifth already gone. So square at this corner could be second option, third option, fourth option. Getting? So choice between second, third, and fourth. Next. Fine. So 1 goes to 4, 2 goes to 8, 3 goes to 9. Where the fourth element goes, look at this triangle goes over here. This triangle goes over here. This 8 goes over here. Square goes over here. Star should be at that corner. Option 1 and 5 already gone. Star at that corner, all the options 2, 3, 4, all options are there. Is that okay? So 4 goes to 3. Look at the center element remains circle only. Look at the center element. The element at the center is circle only. The element at the circle is circle, 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 circle. It should be circle only. So second option gone. Okay. Now look at, as choice is between third and fourth. As choice between only third and fourth. Can you see in third and fourth which elements are at different position? Can I say these circles are at different positions? So I have to check where that dark circle will move. Dark circle means what? Here dark circle is at a 9th position, right? So you just check that 9th position element is always a dark circle. Look at dark circle, dark square, dark circle, dark square, dark circle. Now it should be dark square. That should be the fourth option. So answer is the fourth option. You look at alternate, we get dark circle, dark square, dark circle, dark square, dark circle, dark square. Is that okay? No issue in this part. Okay? Okay. Now मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, देखो here how I check the elements. I check 1 goes to 4, 1 2 3 4. I check the element like 1 2 3 4. You can form a loop also. Look at how I can form a loop. Just I erase this. So here the answer is the fourth option. I can form a loop also. Look at here. 1 goes to 4. Can you check that? 1 goes to 4, 1 goes to 4, 1 goes to 4, 1 goes to 4. Right? Then instead of taking where the second element goes, you decide where the fourth element goes. 4 goes to, look at 4 goes to, 4 goes to 3, 4 goes to 3, 4 goes to 3, 4 goes to 3. Where third element goes, third goes to, look at here, third goes to 7, third goes to, sorry, where the third figure goes, look at here, 3 goes to 7, 3 goes to 7, 3 goes to 7, 3 goes to 7, so 3 goes to 7. Where 7 goes, 7 goes to 2, 7 goes to 2, 7 goes to 2, 7 goes to 2. Where 2 goes, okay, 2 goes to 8, 2 goes to 8, 2 goes to 8. Like, so like that you can form a loop. Okay, so like that you can form a loop also. So whichever way you are comfortable. Fine. So here it's a simple example that every figure follows a one logic only. 1 goes to 4, 4 goes to 3, 3 goes to 7. Every figure is following. The question might be difficult, like there are two alternate logic, means first figure to second figure 1 goes to 4, second figure to third figure 1 goes to 7, then again 1 goes to 4, again 1 goes to 7. So there can be two logic combined, alternate figures. Is that okay? So here we have solved this question and your answer is option 4. Is that okay? Very clear? Fine. This is a random moment. Let me go ahead. Fine. Now we already discussed this is what? This is what? Rotation. Rotation we already discussed. Okay, you can see the first figure to second figure. I can see a rotation of 45 degree. Right? We discussed this first figure. This is 45 degree rotated. You can see second figure. This was like this. So second figure to third figure is a rotation of 90 degree. Right? Third figure to fourth figure, there is a rotation of 135 degree. And the fourth figure to fifth figure, there is a rotation of 180 degree. Okay, so rotation part we discussed at the start, first example only we discussed that way. Fine, so I'm not going in that detail again. We discussed that in detail earlier. Fine, so that's the second part, rotation. The third part, look at this example. Can you see this example? Now, in this example, it's a combination of movement, a combination of shift and rotation. So, combination of shift and rotation. Can you crack this question? Can you crack this question? Yes. Can you try this question? चल अभी देखो यहाँ पे ना दो चीजें, एक मूवमेंट है, दूसरा दूसरा रोटेशन है. तो फर्स्ट किसी एक पे फोकस करो. ओके, let me focus on movement. Okay, where is the element? Look at, can I say first figure to second figure? Look at how where the element is going. Just look at it. See, these are the 9 positions. Okay. Look at here. What's happening? First figure to second figure, you're just moving one position ahead. Second to third figure, you're going 2 positions back. 2 positions back. Fine. In the third figure, fine. Then third to fourth figure, you're going 1, 2, 3 positions ahead. Means you're moving 3 positions clockwise. Next figure, you're moving 1, 2, 3, 4 position anti-clockwise. And now you'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions clockwise. Are you getting pattern? You're going 1 position clockwise. You're moving 1 position clockwise. Then you're going 1, 2 position anti-clockwise. Then 1, 2, 3 clockwise. फिर 1, 2, 3, 4 anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clockwise. Your element should be at this corner. How many figures element is at that corner? It's a first figure and a fourth figure. These are the only 2 figures where the elements are at that corner. Is that okay? So choice is between first and fourth now. Now can you see the rotation? Look at, your arrow is pointing up. Then your arrow becomes like this. So can I say you're going 45 degree, you're going 45 degree anti-clockwise. You're going 45 degree anti-clockwise. Next figure, can you observe? You're moving 90 degree clockwise. Next figure, you observe you're moving 135 degree anti-clockwise. And next figure, it's 180 degree clockwise. Can you observe that rotation? Okay, 45 anti-clockwise, then 90 clockwise, then 135 anti-clockwise, then 180 clockwise. Now pattern is what? You're adding 45 degrees more every time. 45 plus 45, 90. 90 plus 45, 135. 135 plus 45, 180. Now 180 plus 45. Look at, your arrows like this. First you rotate 180 degree. I'm going anti-clockwise, 180 degree. This is 90, 90, 180, and 45 more. So this should be your final position. That is your option 4. So series question become difficult when these things are combined. That your elements are moving also, elements are rotating also. Is that okay? It's a very typical example of CD questions. Is that fine? Let me go ahead now. Any doubts in this portion? Fine. Let me go ahead now. Now change in number of elements. We have discussed that your number of elements are increasing. Look at here. You can see it's a 2 lines. 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, 6 lines. This is not any question, just showing the pattern. So number of elements are increasing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fine. But when the combination comes, then it's difficult to crack. Let's take some examples. Last part is substitution. Last part is substitution. Okay. Now, can you see figure A to figure B? What are the changes happening? क्या changes हो रहे? First figure to second figure, if you look at, all the elements are same. Only thing is star is removed and it is replaced by this pentagon. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting cross tick. Fine. Look at second to third figure, at the rate is removed. Instead of that, pi appears. So whichever element is removed, I'm putting cross over that. Whichever element is replaced, I'm putting that position tick. Third to fourth figure, look at this square is removed and a new element appears there. Fourth to fifth figure, this hash is removed, new elements appears there. So if you observe the pattern in cross, look at the pattern in cross. Cross is here, cross is here, cross is here, cross is here. Can you observe the pattern in cross, how you're going? So it is forming a Z shape, something like this. Okay. So if you want a next element, it should be at that corner probably. Fine. Same pattern you'll observe in tick also. So tick, first figure tick is here, next figure tick is over here, next figure tick is over here, next figure tick is over here. So tick indicating where the new element comes. So sometimes here, wherever position you are removed, the same position tick appears. So the same pattern is observed in cross also, same pattern is observed in tick also. But it might happen that there is no pattern in tick, but there is a pattern in cross. From which place the element is removed, there is a pattern. Is that okay? That's your substitution questions. Is that okay? Fine. Let me go ahead now. Fine. So that's it. So that's from my side. So I have discussed all basic type of questions which are regularly asked in CET. So we have discussed that part. So there are some miscellaneous kind of questions are there, as I say, kind of thing, but those are very less in numbers now. So it is like that a paper is folded, okay, and it is cut, and then it is open. How it will look like, okay, or it might be they'll give you some figure. This figure is a part of which figure, or they might give you some 9-figure series, which is this question mark type. So this is just a format is different. The basic logic remains the same. There's nothing thing, but those questions are less in numbers because they are not typical specialty of CET. So CET में जो maximum questions are that portion I have discussed. Fine. Yeah. Any doubts anybody has? So I think we have completed the session well within the time. Okay. No issues. Yeah. Any doubts? Any queries you have? I'll answer those questions. Now see, you need to practice these questions. I've just discussed the types of questions and I've discussed the types of logic. But more and more question you practice, you'll be more and more comfortable. Again, it is not a type of topic that you practice 50 question at a time. So generally, I suggest you practice some 30 questions of each type, series 30 questions, odd man out 30 questions, 30 questions you practice each type. Once you do that part, you have overall idea. Then daily basis, you just solve 10 questions. It will be sufficient. Fine. So the types of questions which are appeared in CET are slightly different, and is a topic only available in CET. No other exam is this topic is asked. Okay. So you have any proper material, please follow that and just practice this topic well. Fine. I hope the what we discussed was useful for you. So for many people, it's a normal thing. Okay, these things are quite logical, but certain inputs I've definitely given in the terms of types of logic, in the terms of types of questions. Fine. Okay. Any doubts? Other, I'll end the meeting. Fine. Sure. So thank you all of you. If I go to the slide once I missed from the quantity to structure logic, I'll go back to the slides. एक minute. This is the quantity logic slides I'm just running through. I recording will make it available on our YouTube channel. So please check on our YouTube channel. It's a Time for Education is a YouTube channel. Time for CET is also one YouTube channel. So on both the channels, we'll update this recording. So you can check Time for CET. Okay. Or I'll ask her to send you the link of the recorded session. Whoever has registered, I'll ask them to send a recorded session link. Yes, quantity logic, I'm just quickly running through. If anybody wants to take screenshots. Yeah, Sachin sir said he will email the link also. I'm just running through the quantity logic. This is structural logic. Next session, I think abstract reasoning will not have any other sessions, but we'll have few more sessions on VA now. Verbal ability will have one session. So couple of sessions on English part will have. Fine. Yes. Okay. So I'll end the session now. As Sachin sir said, you'll get the link for that. Fine. Sachin sir, anything to share? Otherwise, I'll end the session or end the meeting.
Hello.
Sachin sir, shall I end the meeting?
Yeah. So all this thing is available already there in videos, and we will share in since it's a long video, so we'll probably share in 2-3 parts. But
Okay. No.
all the links will be shared immediately to all the registered students,
Okay. ठीक है
and
sir.
all these things are available in our test series also. in detail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone, and all the best for your CET exam. Just be focused. As I said, speed is the key. So first you work on accuracy part. Are you getting the questions correct? Then second part is you work on the speed part. Okay, fine. Sure. ठीक है, I'll end the meeting then. Sachin, ये recording save हो जाएगा ना? I don't need to do anything from my end.
Yeah, yeah, it will be saved.
Okay, I'll end the meeting then. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.